Here to Durwood Vaughn Memorial Gymnasium fans, apologize for the technical errors. Rusty over here working hard for you, troubleshooting. As Bailey Massengill able to connect on the first free throw. She'll have one more as Callie Reeder, Allie Amonette going to check out of the basketball game for the Lady Bobcats. Kaylee Tompkins and Addison Lowe in as Massengill went 1 of 2 there at the line. Kick out to Lowe. Zoe Nicholas at the free throw line. Kick it over to Kiesland. Kiesland's three-point ball up, no good. Chased down by Sydney Massengill, but it's going to be away and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pickett County. I think we got those sound issues fixed, so appreciate you guys letting us know about it.
Yeah, for real. We would not have known otherwise, so thank you for saying something.
Absolutely. And Rusty selling himself short over here. He's troubleshooting, getting things dialed up and fixed. Emerson Lowe. 8 points here in the quarter. Rusty, once she gets her momentum going and is able to get her shoulders past the defender, it's hard to stop Emmy Lowe.
Well, and it's also just that she's as strong as she is. I mean, we talk about it all the time, Casey, that Emmy Lowe is just so good at playing through contact that if you're going to foul her going to the rim, you've got to get your money's worth out of it. You've got to make sure that she's not able to hit the shot as she finishes off that three-point play, because otherwise you're going to give her a chance for a three-point play.
Lowe. She's got 9 points here in the quarter, 16 points in the basketball game. And Zoe Nicholas going to pick up her second foul here. RBS with the basketball. We're glad you joined us, Casey Bolden and Rusty Ellis, here at the girls' 7A semis. Emerson Lowe going to come out and challenge Riley Berry, who just checked in for Coach Allen. We'll give you a lineup update here in just a second. First for the Lady Bobcats going to be Kaylee Tompkins, Zoe Nicholas, Emerson Lowe, Addie Lowe, and Ella Kate Kiesland. Nice move that time from Bailey Massengill. Couldn't finish it. But Allie Bate going to try to come in and clean it up. Her shot wouldn't go. Quickly back the other way. Nicholas going to stop and pop from the free throw line. No good. Kaylee Tompkins going to keep it alive. Her shot wouldn't go. And Addison Lowe with energy ran the court there and tried to clean up a Kaylee Tompkins miss. Really good energy here tonight, Addison Lowe, Rusty. Like her minutes here off the bench.
Absolutely. It kind of had to be reined in a little bit after the last foul call that she was whistled for in the first half. But really outside of that, she's brought good energy. She's hit the boards hard. She's created second chance opportunities, everything you want your backup post to do. And she's taking good shots on offense. I don't feel like that she's really taken any shots that are outside of the offense. So really like a lot of what Addie Lowe has done tonight.
Lowe goes 2 for 2 with the Kiesland Insurance free throw line. Lady Bobcats lead it here by 29. 48-19 with 3:45 to go. Over to Emma Goad, who checked in at the break. Goad going to pick up her dribble. Get it down to Bailey Massengill. She's going to work baseline. Drop it off to McDuffie. She was wide open. Kicked it back out to Sydney Massengill. RBS going to reset it up here. McDuffie with the left hand, no good. Rebound Low. Coach Smith wants them to push. Lady Bobcats. Nicholas back to Lowe. Lowe, nice little step through by Emmy Lowe. Shot off the window, it wouldn't fall. Rebound Addison Lowe. And Emmy Lowe now with 11 points here in the quarter. She's got 18 in the game. Back the other way. Lady Bobcats now with a 31-point lead here in the semifinal game. McDuffie going to get fouled by Kaylee Tompkins as she tried to come in and rip away at the basketball.
Foul on Pickett County number 24,
Kaylee Tompkins on the foul. It's her third. Coach Smith going to keep her here in the basketball game. As right now he's allowing Reeder to get over there and get some rest. Rusty, she's not felt well all week, and so probably going to try to limit her minutes here the rest of the way.
Well, as somebody who has felt under the weather recently, I can absolutely understand, how that affects you on the court. It kind of kills a little bit of your endurance, a little bit of your stamina. And for Callie Reeder, probably a good thing for Coach Smith to get her a little bit of a breather in a game like this where you've got it in hand, you've played really, really well, and you don't really need to force her to play, a 20, 25-minute game tonight.
Lowe has exploded here in the third quarter with 13 points. She's got 20 all of a sudden here in the game. Nicholas, nice pass over to
Good pass.
Addison Lowe. Nice crossover move from Zoe Nicholas. She couldn't finish it, but guess who? Addison Lowe going to try to clean it up, and Lowe going to be rewarded here with a couple of more free throws as she going to go back to the Keys and Insurance free throw line here for a pair. She went 2 for 2 last time. Go ahead, Rusty.
This is kind of the thing with young teams. You know, you saw a couple possessions ago, Zoe McDuffie had a good look inside the paint and opted to pull the ball back out to the perimeter. It's kind of the thing with young teams, and it's that you go through growing pains like this game where, you know, sometimes things just don't go your way. You don't hit shots when you create good looks on offense, and you just got to, you know, you got to kind of take your lumps through it. I mean, this is a team that's going to return a lot of players next year, and they've obviously still got at least 2 more games in them this year, but this is a team in RBS that I feel like in 2 years, Casey, is going to be really, really talented.
Coach Tara Allen got a couple of really nice youngsters here, specifically in McDuffie.
Well, and Sydney Massengale, too.
As well,
I mean,
yeah.
And the thing that I like about Coach Allen, and she told us this last year, or last season, I should say, at the Frank's Christmas Shootout is, you know, when she first took the job after the first couple of practices, there were some girls that left the team because of her style, because she demands a lot out of her players. She coaches them hard. I mean, heck, you can probably hear her if you're at this game and you're like in the top of the bleachers on the other side of the gym. You can probably hear everything she's saying pretty clearly because she coaches these kids hard. She expects excellence, and she doesn't expect it. She demands it, and that's ultimately how you get a good program to the great level. It takes a little bit of time and development as well.
Really like what Coach Allen's doing at RBS. Kaylee Tompkins on the drive. Going to have it poked away and out of bounds. Bailey Massengale went 2 for 2 on the other end. Lady Bobcats lead it here by 33.
Okay, I see the comments, and I wasn't going to address it. I was hoping that it was just going to stop. If y'all could just root for your teams and not worry about slandering the other teams because these are high school kids, that would be really, really awesome, because right now I'm seeing a lot of arguing back and forth. Watch the game, cheer for your teams. There's no need to slander high school kids.
Zoe Nicholas with the Birdies Lounge 3, now going to rip it away. Go back the other way, and quickly Zoe Nicholas with 7 points of herself here in the quarter. The sophomore, the MVP here of the 7A this season. Massengale going to get bumped on her way to the rack. And she's going to step to the free throw line. Rusty, Zoe Nicholas, the 7A MVP. She's got a lot of family from Pickett County who have also been state champions here. Her grandma did it. Her aunt did it. And now I'm sure at the Thanksgiving table or whenever they get together, they're probably asking Zoe when she's going to bring one back to Byrdstown.
I mean, it's a pedigree thing. You know, we talk about it so often, Casey, that it feels like Byrdstown is so ingrained in the rest of the Upper Cumberland. When you look at, obviously, Coach Smith and Coach Amonette played here. Mike Buck at Stone played there. Eric Mitchell at White County played there. You got Brent Logan at Clark Range who played there. I mean, it feels like there, and you can go further and further back, as you just mentioned with Zoe Nicholas's family. I mean, there's just a pedigree, there's a winning legacy in Byrdstown, and it's a really interesting lineage when you take a deep dive look into it.
Her mom, Rachel, also played from 96 to 99. Lisa Beatty, her grandma, a 2-time state tournament champion. And Amelia Threed also on the 89 state championship team.
And in all those names I mentioned, I failed to mention Matt Walker as well, you know, the coach for Clay County. Obviously, you know, it feels like Pickett County is just everywhere, for lack of a better term.
Emma Tompkins going to get some run time here for Coach Brent Smith here in the second half. Her Keysland Insurance free throws on the way and good. Emma Tompkins, Rusty, when she's not playing basketball, likes to hit the little white ball around.
I remember seeing her, I believe it was the 1A region tournament, I believe I went and covered, and I think she was there, and she finished with a really, really good score. So not a surprise whatsoever that one thing with Pickett County athletes, a lot of them are multi-sport athletes, and they're pretty good at the other sport they play. I mean, you know, a few years ago, I think some of the best baseball players were also some of the better basketball players on the team. I think Hunter Wattenbarger was one of them. He was one of the best baseball players, and he also wasn't too shabby, as you saw up close, wasn't too shabby at basketball either.
Absolutely. Kid could go. Coach Allen, Allie Bate, going to turn over to basketball. It's going to be away and out of bounds. Pickett in a big way here. They lead it by 38 here with 27 seconds to go. Check your lineup here for the Lady Bobcats. It's going to be Emma Tompkins, Allie Amonette, Callie Wood, Callie Reeder, and Kaylee Tompkins. 15 seconds now to go here in your quarter. 10 to go. Tompkins try to get it down to KT. Ball's going to be stolen away. Now Tompkins going to try to go in and get it back. We're going to have a held ball. 2.7 seconds to go. It's going to stay with Pickett County. They're going to inbound it here underneath their own bucket.
Patricia in the comments saying RBS is a team that in a year or two is going to be really tough, and I agree. I mean, Casey, one thing we've said and we've seen them, you see the blueprint for this team. You see a path in which they are a really, really tough basketball team. And you feel like playing in 7 single A especially, you're going to grow up quickly.
Make sure we thank our third quarter sponsor tonight. Couldn't do it without you. Brown Funeral Chapel. Fans, they're there for you in your time of grief. Their experienced funeral directors will guide you with compassion, dignity, and respect. Visit brownfuneralchapel.com for more information. Fourth quarter on the other side. You're watching the 7A Girls Basketball Tournament presented by Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you...
60-22 here at the 7A Girls Semi. Pickett County all over the Lady Dogs from RBS. Nice defense that time from Kylie Wood. Up to Emma Tompkins. Tompkins back to Kylie Wood. Now Tompkins. Tompkins going to run the offense this trip. Over to Addison Lowe. Skip pass over to Kaylee Tompkins. Tompkins working against Josie Green. Nice little up and under move from Kaylee Tompkins. And she's going to be fouled by Josie Green, and she's going to go back to the Keys and Insurance free throw line here for another pair of free throws. First shot on the way is good from KT. She's got 9 points here in the basketball game, looking for double figures. She goes 2 for 2. 10 points on the night for KT. Lady Bobcats going to stretch it out to a 40-point lead here. 7:05 to go here on UCR on the main page. Glad you're joining us here tonight. McDuffie. Or make it Bailey Massengill. Massengill. 7 points here in the second half. 6:50 now to go. Amonette going to get it into Kaylee Tompkins. Tompkins, nice little pull-up jumper from just outside the elbow. And Kaylee Tompkins now with 12 points here in the basketball game. So Addison Lowe and Kaylee Tompkins here off the bench tonight giving some really good minutes. Green going to kick it over to D. Polk. Polk going to get around Addison Lowe. It's going to be punched away. Back the other way, Kylie Wood. Try to get it over to Addison Lowe. It's going to be a turnover. Bailey Massengill going to work it in front court. Kick out to Green. Green going to line it up.
Good
and
shot.
Josie Green able to connect on the long ball. Substitution checking in here is Allie Bate. Going to check back into the basketball game for Coach Tara Allen. And Josie Green going to check out and get a quick blow here with 5:55 to go here in the fourth and final period. We've got a running clock here in the 7A semis. Emma Tompkins over to her sister Kaylee. Get it down inside to Wood. Addison Lowe now picks up her dribble. Kick it back out to KT. Emma Tompkins going to get some instruction here from Coach Smith. RBS and a little man-to-man look. Little flex offense here for the Lady Bobcats. Addison Lowe looking inside for KT. KT going to catch it down on the block. And Kaylee Tompkins now with 14 points here in the basketball game for Coach Brent Smith.
Yeah, kept big minutes by Kaylee Tompkins and Addie Lowe today, Casey. It feels like, again, you get this kind of a performance out of those two players, and Pickett's got a dangerous 1-7 rotation that can really go up against any 1A team in the state, you feel like.
Long ball on the way, no good. Rebound, Addie Lowe. Really active tonight is Addie Lowe. Kept a lot of balls alive on the offensive rebound. She's going to try to work this one to the basket. Looked like she may have traveled. They didn't call it. Emma Tompkins going to work to the basket. Emma Tompkins going to have it swatted away. It's way and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pickett County. Rusty Ellis, 20 combined points here between Kaylee Tompkins and Addison Lowe. You're getting 20 off the bench. That's a pretty good recipe for Coach Brent Smith.
Listen, my Memphis Grizzlies would love 20 points off the bench from five players total for most games. But absolutely, when you talk about, again, a seven player rotation and just 2 players off the bench, you feel like you get into 20 bench points at that point. You feel like that gives you a chance to win in any ball game if your starters play up to the level of their expectations. So really, really solid all-around showing by this Pickett County team tonight against an RBS team that's battling, just not quite able to get it done against this buzzsaw.
Emmy Lowe took it to the rack. Officials came with a foul. They said it's on the floor here. 66-27, your score. Pickett County, the Lady Bobcats, all over RBS here tonight. They lead it by 39.
Can we behave in the comments? Like, is that too much to ask? Like, that's the last thing I'm saying about it tonight. But come on, y'all. It's a high school basketball game. It'll be okay. It's a high school.
RBS going to inbound it right in front of the scorers table. 3:20 now to go here in the basketball game. Bailey Massengale going to turn it over. Back the other way comes Emma Tompkins. Tompkins over to Kylie Wood. Wood's going to have Sydney Massengale come over and foul her. Pickett County going to trigger it as we go under 3 minutes now to go here in the basketball game. Make sure we thank our fourth quarter sponsor here tonight. Tonight's fourth quarter is sponsored by 4L HDD Utility Construction. They provide all your underground needs, from gas, sewer, water, telephone, and fiber. Predominantly serving commercial needs. Call 4L HDD at 931-267-2885 for more information.
Want to also give a big shout out to Legacy Athletics. Had some technical issues, weren't able to get their ad onto the iPad in time for the stream. But obviously, Legacy Athletics, another big supporter of UCR. One of the reasons why these live streams are possible. Jason Winningham, one of the best trainers in the area. If you've got a kid in your household that's trying to play basketball and they want to excel, send them to Jason Winningham. I believe it's jwinningham25 on Twitter. Reach out to him and he can get you squared away.
Seen a lot of kids who've done some really good things here in the Upper Cumberland, trained by Jason Winningham over at Legacy Athletics.
Well, and what more could you ask for? I mean, I've gotten to sit down and talk to Jason, one-on-one. I've interviewed him and had several great conversations with him. And, he's a former Division I basketball player, has played pro ball overseas, and has played at high levels in high leverage games, and has really seen it all and done it all. So if you want your kids to learn from somebody that's been there and done that, Jason Winningham's your man.
Riley Berry went 1 of 2 at the free throw line for RBS. They trail it here by 41. Addison Lowe knocked down a big Birdie's Lounge 3. And Kiesland going to work to the basket. Ella Kate Kiesland on the finish. Lady Bobcats lead it 71-28. Emma Goad going to be fouled as she tries to get to the basket. Remind you, fans, after this game, we got another big game coming your way as the Lady Dogs from Clay County going to take battle with the Lady Buffaloes from Clark Range in the other semifinal. You don't want to miss that one.
I want to point out as well that we're going to have a short intermission between games as well. We're going to end this stream, and we'll start a brand new stream up. So if you're hoping to view that one and you see this one go away, don't worry. We'll be coming back. We're just going to set up a new stream, and we're going to make sure everything's taken care of so we don't have any of the sound issues or ad issues that we had before this one.
Emma Goad went 2 for 2 for the Lady Dogs. Over to Kiesland as we go under 1 minute. Ella Kiesland with 4 points now here in the fourth quarter. 73-30 your score. Lady Bobcats 43-point lead. If you hadn't got out a chance to see the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County, pretty phenomenal team. Haven't lost a game, Rusty, in 75 days now. Ooh. As Addison Lowe is going to go over and try to challenge Riley Berry, and it's going to take a foul to the table. As we go under 15 seconds to go here. Shot on the way is good. She'll have one more. Second shot away, no good. Riley Berry, 1 of 2 again at the free throw line for RBS. Under 10 to go, and Emma Tompkins just going to dribble this one out. As the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County going to punch their ticket to the 7A championship game. It's going to be Monday night at 8 o'clock. Right back here at Durwood Vaughn Memorial Gymnasium. They'll play the winner of the game that's shortly going to come your way. Make sure we bring you into the Livingston Regional Hospital postgame show. We'll break it down for you a little bit. Rusty, RBS, we called it. They got a lot of youngsters. They got an 8th grader playing. They got a freshman that's getting a lot of run time. A lot of their production comes through them. They were able to get hot. They spotted up around the three-point line in the first quarter. Got some shots to go. You felt like they were in it after one quarter. But after one quarter, Lady Bobcats, again, they've got gold on their mind. It's state tournament, a state championship or bust. Really kind of broke the game open in the second half. Really kind of cruised in the second half, Rusty. Pretty good effort tonight here for the Lady Bobcats and Coach Brent Smith.
Well, I think what really shined in this game is something that we've been highlighting for a while now, and it's that for all the talent Pickett has offensively, their grit at the defensive end of the floor is ultimately what will win them games, especially in postseason play. I mean, you limit a team that's competent to 31 points, that's a pretty impressive defensive showing, and you're going to win a lot of the games that you're in when you do that defensively. So a really good showing by the Lady Bobcats. And also, give RBS credit. They hung in there. They battled. They did everything they could. Just kind of ran into a buzzsaw tonight. But that's an RBS team that's going to be really, really dangerous here in a couple years.
We just finished the tally here. Speaking of defense, Rusty, Lady Bobcats held RBS to only 2 second-half field goals. We'll take you through the scoring tonight. First for RBS. They were led in scoring tonight by Sydney Massengill. She had 9 in the first quarter. Held scoreless after that. She finished with 9 here in a basketball game. Bailey Massengill finished tonight with 7. Zoe McDuffie with 6 first-half points. Lady Bobcats held her scoreless in the second half. She finished with 6. Emma Goad able to chip in 2 points tonight. And Riley Berry, also an 8th grader, with 2 points here tonight for Coach Tara Allen. For the Lady Bobcats from Pickett County tonight, Ella Kate Kiesland had 6. Zoe Nicholas had 14. Emmy Lowe tonight finished with 20. Allie Amonette had 2 points. Addison Lowe tonight with 9 points. Callie Reeder had 7 in the first half, saw limited minutes in the second half. As we mentioned, really kind of dealing with some flu and some sickness, so Coach Smith trying to limit her minutes. Kaylee Tompkins tonight with 14 points in the basketball game. And Emma Tompkins tonight, the freshman, going to round out all Lady Bobcat scores. She had 1 point. Fan, it's hardware time here. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Rusty Ellis, who you got?
Well, I love it when the reserves give great minutes, so I'm going to give this one to Kaylee Tompkins. 14 points off the bench, a really, really good showing by her. And I think she needed that kind of a shooting night. That 3 that went down early in the first half, I feel like that's a shot that she kind of needed to hit. She's had good looks the last couple of weeks, just seemingly nothing has fallen her way from 3. So I think that's a big shot for Pickett County. And I think that her play, as well as Addie Lowe off the bench, that is the real X factor to this team achieving their goals and making it as far as they want. So Addie Lowe played great. The whole team played great, but I'm going to give it to Kaylee Tompkins tonight.
So congratulations tonight to Kaylee Tompkins. She's your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Make sure we thank our post-game show sponsor tonight, the Livingston Regional Hospital fans. They're your hometown hospital. Visit mylivingstonhospital.com to check the ER wait times and see all that they provide. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to end this stream, And then we'll bring you back into the Low Leasing and Storage pregame show for the next game. It's getting ready to tip off in just a couple minutes. For Rusty Ellis, I'm Casey Bolden. Not saying so long, just